Hi everyone, I'm Frida and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to share how I made this Cloisonne Enamel sea turtle pendant. This time I started with the wire work. The inspiration for this project came from my daughter Dorothea, who was making a sea turtle lightbox. She has a YouTube channel called Lightbox Life and she's making beautiful paper cut lightboxes. Check it out if you're interested, I put the link in the description. I was out of Cloisonne wires, so I had to make some. I started with round wires and I rolled them out with my rolling mill until they became nice and flat. I usually run them through my rolling mill about 3 times until I reach the desired thickness. Cloisonne is a French word and it means the sass between the wires. These flat wires are going to create the sass where the enamel is going to go. They also going to separate the colors. I use pliers and tweezers to fold the wires to follow my design. I secure the wires on a tape until I'm ready to put them on the surface of the pendant. When I started to work on this pendant, the weather was amazing, so I worked outside a little bit. I also recorded a Q&A and that video was up 2 weeks ago. Check it out if you haven't yet, and you can leave me some questions in the comments because I'm collecting more questions for my next video like that. I sped up the footage, but this part of the process took me a long time to finish. When I was done with this part, I took Dingo for a walk. He was in the mood for a long walk and I was so happy because most of the time he is not into long walks yet. The wires were done, so the next step was to create the base. Here you can see me cutting out the oval shape of the pendant. I domed it to prevent warping. I sifted the back with black counter enamel and I fired it off camera. Oxides developed on the other side, so I pickled it to remove them. When it was clean, I sifted the front with clear fuse. I like to fire this with my torch because I can see when the oxides are dissolving in the clear fuse front of my eyes, so I know when to stop firing. I decided to cover the front with silver foil, so the colors are going to be more vibrant this way. I made the silver foil from scrap silver previously in my rolling mill and I also flattened it more with a hammer and texturized it. I wrapped the foil around the edge of the pendant. The edge is going to be sanded anyway at the end, so if the foil sticks to it, that's going to be alright. I fired it off camera to get the foil stick to the melted base coat. After that, I sifted the front again with clear for silver and I fired it off camera. The base was ready to place the Cloisonne wires on the surface. I'm using my tweezer and I'm also using glue to secure the wires in place until the next firing. This also took me a long time because the silver is so bright that I hardly could see what I'm doing. When all the wires were in place, I waited the glue to dry and I fired the piece in my kiln off camera. The firing secured the wires so they don't move around anymore. The pendant is ready for the first layer of enamel. These enamels come in powdered form and I already washed them to wash out the fines. These enamels don't dissolve in water and the consistency of this mixture reminds me of wet sand. I transfer the enamels with a paintbrush and a scraper in between the cells. Until you watch me doing this, I'm going to read you a part of the story which my other daughter Bori wrote. I saw the turtle again tonight. I was walking along the shore searching for salvageable driftwood when its giant head breached the ocean's surface and pushed through the water like the front of a mighty ship. It had been coming around every night for some time now. When I first met it, I was totally taken aback how gentle it was. This magnificent titan would have been capable of drowning every creature in the entire ocean. However, It's whirled around every vulnerable life form in a gentle, thoughtful dance as it headed for land. You can guys hear the whole story under Dorothea's sea turtle video. When I was done with the first layer of colors, I waited the enamel to dry and I fired it in my kiln on 1400 Fahrenheit for 2 minutes. Here I would like to say thanks to my patrons for the support. Enamel always shrinks during firing, so we need to apply more layers. Here you can see me applying the second layer of enamel, and I did one more layer off camera. After I was done with the third layer, I started the sanding process. We make the surface smooth and we remove the excess enamel from the wires. Enamel loses its shine during the sanding, so we have to fire it again to get the glossiness back. Just before the last firing, my kiln decided to stop working. I really wanted to finish this piece for today's video, so I went ahead and did the last firing with my torch. I put it in a setting I made, and this is how it turned out. This is it for today, and if you like my work and my videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon. The link is going to be in the description. You can also show your support by subscribing to my channel, liking, sharing my videos, and commenting on them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!